Okay, this is lesson 6, and lesson 5 we learned the question that Rav Oshia asks on both Rav and Shmuel. And the question was basically that in the Reisha of the Brisa, we learned that a rock, a stone, and a load that was put in Rosh Hashanah that caused damage would be pater on kalim. We said that's a kasha on Rav because Rav would hold that that's considered a shar. Not actually a shar. Shar means an ox, but it's similar to a shar, just like your money that causes damage, which is a shar, is your ox, which is your belongings, which causes damage to your chayiv. And there's no exemption of being pater on kalim. So why are you chayiv on the damages that rock caused in Rosh Hashanah? If it would be a bar, then we could understand that. And according to Shmuel, it is a bar. So Shmuel, there's no question from the Reisha. However, the Seifa that says that if you bang your bottle against a rock, you would be chayiv. Now, a bottle is a keli, so Shmuel would hold that a keli banging on a rock is a bar. Kalim in a bar is pater. So in here we said chayiv. So the Seifa is a kasha to Shmuel. That's what we learned in lesson 5. Again, the Reisha is a kasha on Rav because it says that the rock that causes damage would be pater on kalim. That's a kasha on Rav. Rav would hold that it should be an ox, like an ox, and therefore it should be chayiv. And the Seifa is a kasha on Shmuel because the Seifa says chayiv. Shmuel holds that it should be pater. Then the Gemara asks, it responds to a Rav Oshia's kasha. And it says like this, Ula taimech. We did this in the class. I'm going to go over and then we'll go a little further. Ula taimech. It means, and according to your reason, tikshilach gufa. This itself should be a question. Tikshilach. It's a question. It should be a question to you. Hi gufa, it itself. I'll just do it itself. And tikshilach, it's a question. This comes from the word kasha. It's a question to you, it itself. Why? Reisha pater v'seifa chayiv. I put 2 question marks in there, but it's really one long question. The Reisha says pater on kalim in a bar. I'll just add in on, let's see, on kalim. And the Seifa says that chayiv on kalim. The Seifa chayiv. So the Gemara now answers like this. Ella, rather, Rav mitaretz l'taimei. Rav will answer up the contradiction in the Brisa according to his understanding, his reason. V'Shmuel mitaretz l'taimei, and Shmuel will answer it according to his reason. Tam means a reason. Tamei is his reason. Rav mitaretz l'taimei. Rav will answer it according to his reason. Bamed devarim amurim. When are these words said? I added it on the top. We did this in class. Pater. That when do we say that you're pater, which is referring to the Reisha? When did we say pater? That's kishehifkiran. That's when you made it hefker. I wrote bar because that would make it into a bar, and a bar is pater on kalim. Just write in hefker so you'll hefker. When you made it hefker, then it's considered a bar. That's why you're pater on kalim. Avaloy hefkiran. But if you did not make it hefker, not right. That's obvious. Not hefker, then it would be a shar. It would be like your money, and therefore you would be chayiv. Okay, and once we've said that, so then we can now say the seifa of the brisa lefikach. Therefore, we know that if you did not make it hefker, you're going to be chayiv hitiach tzleichisa. If your bottle banged by Evan against the rock and it broke over there, then chayiv you'll be chayiv because that's considered a shar, and a shar has no exemption on kalim, so you'll be chayiv. I'm going to bring this up, and we'll do the answer that Shmuel would give. Okay, we didn't do this inside. We'll change the color here, so just so you'll be able to follow this. Let's see how we can do this, just so you'll see what we're learning. Okay, just to keep you focused. Put in some nice colors. Okay, so, and now Shmuel mitaretz l'taimei. Shmuel will answer the contradiction according to his reason, and which means his reasoning, his understanding. Hashta da amrit. Hashta, you know already, means now. The amrit that you said, that the dalet is that in Omar is said, and amrit means you said. Now that you said. Avnei skinim asay kabayre dami. Dami is similar. Whoops, let's add a similar. that a rock, a knife, and a load is similar to a bar, or kibayre is like his bar, it's similar to his bar. Kibayre dami, it's similar to a bar. So now there's an opinion that you'll have later on in the fifth parak that says Rabbi Yehuda the mechayev al niske kelim bebar. Rabbi Yehuda that holds that you're chayev on vessels that break in a bar. So let me just read this through and I'll explain it. Lefikach, therefore, itiach tzechisa be'even chayev. Therefore, if you bang your bottle on a rock, you're going to be chayev. Okay, basically, we learned before. I'll take you up. We learned that there's a pasuk. V'nafal shama sharei chamar. And the Gemara immediately said, the Brisa said on that, shar v'lei adam chamar v'lei kelim. That because it says the word chamar, that means that you're going to be putter on kelim in a bar. If vessels break in a bar, you do not have to pay for it. Now that's what the Chachamim hold. That's what everyone holds, except for Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda holds that you're chayev on kelim that break in a bar. The Gemara over there is a very interesting Gemara. It says, according to Rabbi Yehuda, what do you do with the word chamar? So the Gemara says, oh, chamar Rabbi Yehuda said and it basically leaves off with these two examples of things that for that we have no answer for. Okay, anyway, we have no answer for what Rabbi Yehuda is going to do with the word chamar. It says specifically a donkey, and we knew that was excluding kalim. But for whatever reason, Rabbi Yehuda, nevertheless, it must have been makabel from his teacher. It's Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Loi. Rabbi Loi was also an important. He learned by Rabbi Loi. The Gemara Menachos tells us he learned by his father, and by Rabbi Akiva, of course. But he must have known, for somehow from tradition, that kalim are chayev in a bar, even though everyone else says not. But he must have had that tradition. Now, Shmuel would answer like this. Now that we said that Avnei Sakina Masai is like a bar and is pater on Kalim, however, according to Rabbi Yehuda, who holds that you're chayav al niske Kalim bebar, so the seif of the Brisa would continue and say Lefikach, according to Rabbi Yehuda. Therefore, Hitiach, I'll add in Lefikach, we'll do according to for Rabbi Yehuda. According to Rabbi Yehuda, if your bottle brings against the rock, you're going to be chayev. So basically, we answered up Rav by saying Rav can get out of any problem of being putter on a rock in Rosh Hashanah. He'll just say, oh, the reason why you were putter is because you were mafkeret, and that's easy. If you're not mafker, then you'll be chayev. So the ratio was when you're mafker, the sefer is when you're not mafker. According to Shmuel, you have no way of getting out of it, because according to Shmuel, whether you're mafker or not, you're always going to be putter on kalim. So Shmuel says, well, we'll answer the Brisa that there is another opinion that's mixed in over here, and that opinion is Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. So the ratio starts off with the Chachamim, and we say, well, it's similar to a bar. And once we say it's a bar, we say, well, Rabbi Yehuda holds that Kalim are chayev in a bar, and the safe is the Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. That's how we would resolve it according to Shmuel. Okay, we'll stop here.